doing is aiding and guiding the petitioners on how to perfect their illicit acts.
Yes, exactly.
The first time the petition was submitted, they didn't have address, phone numbers, and all of that. So INEC went out to guide them on how to submit information that will perfect their petition.
You did right.
And what did they do? The petitioners who were from the other party, the APC, now submitted a letterhead. What's the name of it? Kogi Central Political Frontier. Yes. And the address there was number 4, Oboroke. That address does not exist. And we ran a check on the status of registration of the association which sponsored my recall, Kogi Central Political Frontier. And the CAC report came negative, that association is not registered. So I'm still waiting. I'm wondering why INEC has not yet made a statement to that effect, or sent people down to Oboroke here, which is just 5 minutes away, to ascertain whether that address is real. Or have we stooped to the point whereby fictitious, non-existing associations and individuals can call for the recall of a senator? Are we in a kangaroo country? No. We should not allow that. So now, I don't know whether the process will be stalled, but we are in courts as well. Also, I don't know when they will come down here to verify you, but I will say this. If the time ever comes for the verification of the 250,000 people that signed for my recall, I trust that you will do right. I trust that you will speak, that you did not... What's going on with that car?
Overheating.
It's overheating.
Yes, overheating.
Tell Femi to come out of that car and switch off. Femi, please come out of the car. Look at what's going on. Yes. You see, the fact that we have leaders, when a person is appointed to a leadership position or elected to a leadership position, that does not mean that they are absolutely right in every decision they make. I was suspended for 6 months, which is against the Constitution. Nigeria's Constitution does not allow the suspension of elected officers. But again, the Senate says it is guided by its rules. But what does the Senate rule provide for suspension of? Here you have those in authority violating the Constitution and playing God through abuse of power. Not only is it illegal, because the signatures that were used attached to my suspension were all attendance sheets. They were not signatures that were attached to the suspension report. So that suspension itself is saddled with lots of irregularities. And it amounts to gross they themselves, the entire team that sat on it, and the Senate President, that he was a judge in his own cause. All the entire procedure amounts to what they call gross irregularity, gross injustice.
Gross public.
And I know that in the fullness of time, God is going to turn around that for our victory. You see, lies may tarry but for a while. Truth will always prevail. But while we wait unto God, because you see, God does things in miraculous ways. God's time is different. Justice Egwuatu, was supposed to sit, take all the pleadings and decide, which I believe would have been in our favor. And that means we would have had the suspension quashed, and I would have resumed the duties at the Senate. But what happened? As soon as the judge resumed, he recused himself from the case. What that means is he withdrew from himself from the case. And why was that? The moment the case was assigned to him, the Senate President wrote a petition against the judge. Wrote a petition to the NJC and the DSS. And we all know why. Maybe the judge refused to play game, and that's why they wanted to take him out. But what I got to know, allegedly, is that the night before the Tuesday, which is Monday the 24th, that some threats were made, and that was why the judge recused himself. Allegedly, I heard so. So what does that tell you? Even though we say judiciary is corrupt, there are some good heads in the judiciary. But again, these good people, they get harassed and intimidated to do bad things. In a way, I would say God bless Justice Egwuatu, even though I wish he did not recuse himself. I wish he had the courage to just sit that day and determine the matter on merit. But God bless him anyway. Our case has been assigned to another judge, forgotten her name, a lady. Justice Nyako, yes, Justice Nyako.